Oh, hey guys, what's up? Alright, let me get another light. I've got kind of a little too dark in here. I got like 5 ring lights in here. There we go. Now you can see me. Ah, oh, no, you can't see me. Retouch on? Oh, no, now it's going to make me look like I got a filter on. Let's not do that. There we go. Yo, Jimmy, why do you always break reeds and stuff? You know, it's fun. You got to have fun here. You can be good at your instrument, but you got to have fun too. I'm loving this little thing. This is like a little mini ring light. It's awesome. Bring it everywhere. Hi, Jimmy. Can you play quads? I can kind of play jig 2 really slowly and just by ear. He's IRL teacher. Oh no, not Evelyn. Why out of any hat do you choose the Christmas hat? Do you want to hear the Christmas hat story? Okay, so I was in charge of planning field trips and like reward days for the kids at a middle school. And when I was doing this, I had to sell a whole bunch of like pencils and erasers and junk that nobody needs. And one of the options was a blue Santa hat because we had blue was our school colors. And I could not sell them for the life of me. So I made like those little, tiger bucks, blue buck kind of things cheaper and cheaper. Each time it's like, okay, I'll give the hat away for 5 pretend dollars. I'll give it away for 1 pretend dollar. And no one would buy it. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to wear it in a video. And I just invented the Scott and Jimmy thing. And it turned out to be like, everybody loved it. And then as soon as they saw it, they were like, oh, I know that guy. It's Jimmy. So now when one of the teachers retired, she was like, hey, I've got 2 more in my room. So I think 2 of them have the little fluff at the end and one of them doesn't. I want to buy it. Yeah, they were worth like nothing to me. And now they're worth everything. I wouldn't give them away for anybody, Chicken stars. Anyway, so yeah, today's video is about the baritone. What do you think of the tuba? I like the baritone better, but tuba's okay. Look at this old thing. It's old tarnished. I love it though. How many reeds have I broken? Ooh, good question. 1. I have taken 1 quality good reed that had nothing wrong with it and broken it. Everything else was already pre-broken. Really. Like, I did not ruin any reeds that were quality or worth keeping. Where's Scott? I don't know, Hussein. He's gone tonight. He's probably out with the missus. What's your oldest instrument? I've got some really old clarinets that I inherited. I got tons of instrument privilege because I had a great uncle who was a music teacher, and he's like, here you go. You can have everything. You want to learn tenor or alto? Currently play trumpet. Most people start on alto, but there's no reason why you have to. If you read tenor, you'd be able to read all of your trumpet music because it's in the same key of B flat. That's kind of the fun part. French horn or trumpet? Trumpet. French horn's great though. Don't get me wrong. It's an awesome instrument. I just think trumpet would probably be a little bit easier to start on. There's a really good guy who does French horn and trumpet play-alongs on YouTube. He's worth checking out. I'm trying to remember his name, though. Oh, can't see your comment. Clarinet or bass clarinet? I think every band should have a tuba, and every band should have a bass clarinet. But then regular clarinet's just fine. Soprano clarinet. Is there anyone who plays bassoon? No, we don't have anyone in our band that plays that. Jimmy, why do you use cooking oil instead of valve oil? Because it's cheaper? No, you should not use cooking oil. It's the wrong thing. It's gonna stink up your instrument. It'll probably just catch dirt. Valve oil is specifically made to do a good job. My cork just fell off my clarinet. You better tell your band director so you can get it fixed. Do I have any good fake book recommendations? No, I really don't have a lot of jazz background. Switch from French horn to trumpet. Why would you do that? Oh, you switched to French horn. I got you. That's why you use baby. No, don't do that. Quad or snare? I think quad is more interesting, but snare is probably more often used. What kind of horn is that? This one is a Yorkland Instrument Co. baritone. I don't know. Some old company that's probably not in existence anymore. You have district honor band? Good luck. What's the point of the hat? It's so you can tell it apart. Really, I was making these videos and it was like flute tips for dummies 101, 101, like, and people would say, "Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was supposed to do that. Thank you for teaching me." Say, "No, it was a joke." And I'd put like on the screen, like, "This is satire. Don't do it." Is Mrs. Allen joining you today? No, we just went live on her channel this afternoon. Go check out her channel and you can see our whole hour and a half like of us together. We're taking turns because like YouTube only lets one person host at a time. So she hosted earlier. I'm doing by myself right now, and then we can go together later. I dare you to make Scott merch. Scott merch? Nobody wants to see Scott. That's just boring old Scott. He goes to work and goes home and hangs out with his wife and kids. Jimmy, get off the instrument. Is that a baritone? Yeah, play hot cross buns on it. Sure. It's probably going to give you a lot of feedback, though. We don't need that. There we go. Ooh, that makes it really sharp. Do you hear that? The C is, or I'm sorry, B flat concert. I'm a trumpet player. The B flat sounds really sharp. Look. Really sharp. And the bell seems to fix that. Let me check it. Why did I mute you on TikTok? I really only mute people who say a bunch of spam in the chat, or anyone who says something inappropriate. Playing without the bell, play the sousaphone without the bell. I don't know if I can take ours off. They're fiberglass. I could try. Yeah, they come off. That's right. You should play Darkland's March. At what point in your life did you decide you wanted to be a band director? Oh, and Blue, if I muted you, unless you were that one person who really messed up, I was like a 5-minute block or something. Should be back. What made me want to be a band director? It took a while for me to really decide. Like, I was summer before college before I made up my mind. And then I did the audition, and I was like, well, I'll just try it for fun. And I auditioned, and they were like, here's the highest scholarship we can give you. Please be in our program. I was like, man, maybe I should give this a shot. And if I don't like it, I can always switch. My favorite song is Mechanical Monsters Mech the Halls. I love that he's got so many different versions of the same song. I've only ever played the original Mechanical Monsters. Played the Banana Boat song. Favorite pep band song? I really like Vehicle. That one's fun, by the Ides of March. At least for me playing. What instrument did I start on? On the trumpet. Have you ever composed something? Yeah, I've done a couple things for church. I've arranged a lot of music. I'm constantly writing easy things for my students just for practical reasons. Where did I go to college? I went to college in a private school in Missouri. And if they want me to tell you about it, they can pay me. They got the money for it. You have any companies you really like for quality instruments? So for almost every instrument, you've got like Yamaha, Jupiter, Bach, Conselmer, Blessing, Trying to think of some of the other ones. They'll come to my head. Like a clarinet, you want a buffet. Veto, I like. It really just depends on the models. Everyone's gonna have duds. It's like iPhone. You know how you're like, oh man, iPhone's great, but they've had some bad ones. It's really up to which ones. Are you having a good time? Yeah. You muted me for the whole live. Oh dang. Sorry. Go play. Go tell Aunt Rhodey. Oh man. When did you have the idea to start making skits? So at first I was just recording myself for class to teach my students during COVID. Like I just needed to teach my kids. So I was making these videos and then I was like, hey, I like being funny. Can I do a little bit of comedy? And then I went to I recorded a couple classes when I was, just me, but I recorded myself while I was teaching. People liked that. And then I realized, I think I'd much prefer to be teaching something than recording myself in the classroom. So I made it so it was like, now I'm only doing skits after school, and I've been able to teach a lot of things that way and make funny things just for fun. My band director played your videos in my band class. Heck yeah! Oh, that's so cool. How many instruments do you own? I have a spreadsheet. I think I own about 15 instruments myself. And a lot of them were gifts. I'm really lucky. I've only bought a couple myself. I guess if you count, like some of these wacky ones like the electric wind instrument too. Can you play Locomotive Chase? I love that song. I can't think of what it sounds like off the top of my head right now. Do I play guitar? No, I wish I could. Really wish I could. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. That's boring. Do any of your students mention that you make videos during class? Yes. Where did you get Jimmy hat? I just told the whole story, but I got it from school. They had like a school fundraiser. They were trying to give away merchandise, and I could not give away this hat. People were buying socks before they bought this, and this was like the fake paper money. Should I use the same size reed for clarinet and saxophone? It's really something you have to test out. Try out a 3 or try out a 2.5, see what feels good, and compare them within a rehearsal, Play on each one for 15 minutes straight and see how it feels and how it sounds. Can you do the final countdown? Oh, I don't like that key that I started in. Thanks, was in the live. You were in the other live stream? Awesome. Play the national anthem? I could. I've got a whole video of me playing the national anthem on baritone. Should I do baritone or tenor sax? Play how it corresponds. I just did! Oh, kids! You were a child. I do get problems though with live streams. I'll get muted and copyright strikes if I play too much of copyrighted music. I don't know if the baritone counts, but the piano, I played a little bit of Benson Boone and they were like, instant copyright violation after a couple notes. Play Soda Pop. I made a whole video about Soda Pop. Do I hate Scott? No. Scott is, responsibility. Scott is consistency. And Jimmy is all of the fun stuff that we want to do, but probably know better. A video about Jimmy if he was the band director? Now that's an idea I haven't tried. Play Remember Me? I probably could do that. When did I start learning? I started when I was just before middle school, 3rd and 4th grade. I picked it up for a second just for fun, made a couple fart noises like my kids have, and then I actually started doing it in 5th and 6th grade. Show how Jimmy plays. Jimmy's a great player. He just makes a lot of bad choices, and I've said that before. Jimmy's a good kid, just makes a lot of bad choices. How often do your students need a mouthpiece puller? I have 3 mouthpiece pullers because I have to use them so often. There's a couple kids at every rehearsal. It's like, okay, kids, go get your instruments set up. Ding, 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 ding. And it drops on the ground. It's like, what are you doing? What happened to your cornet? That one in the band room, I found it that way, and it's nasty. Sarah, what made me want to pursue an education career? I tried out a lot of different things, and this is the one that stuck. I pursued a lot of them. I watched and talked to people who were doing them, and I was like, man, I really respect my music teachers. I want to give it a try. Do what Jimmy does. I like this instrument. I don't want to ruin it. It could be like one of those live streams where they're like, I'm going to pour valve oil down the mouthpiece. I'm about to do it. Just stay in the live for 5 more minutes. I'm going to do it. What school do I teach at? I am a kindergarten through 12th grade teacher. Do I know any college teachers? Yeah, I still get to talk to my college professors. It's really cool. I only live like an hour away from them. So being able to do that. Were you more of a Scott or a Jimmy yourself? I am a pretty even split. I was one of those kids that would like really follow the rules but push as close to the line as often as possible all the time. And people are like, if you weren't such a good rule follower and so smart, I would just like, you know, and I constantly do that. And I loved pushing the boundaries. I was a goof, a clown, but trying to, I would always get my stuff done. My work was done. I was responsible. I'd do my chores. I'd clean up. I was kind. I didn't swear. Like I didn't go out anywhere that I wasn't supposed to. But I really like to just like get up close to that line. So yeah, I'm pretty much 50-50 Jimmy Scott. You got to watch the live stream with Mrs. Allen. Yeah, if you want to see our earlier live stream, she posted it today. We had like 80 minutes of talking about band director stuff and answering your questions. You should go watch it. It's really cool. Jimmy, don't drop that instrument. Yes, I saw you, Dandy. I saw the live stream with Mrs. Allen. That's good. Would I rather have a class full of Scotts, Jimmys, or a mix of them? I mean, you'd get a lot more done if you had Scotts, but having a couple of Jimmys here and there can be fun if it's the right person, you know? What's the most abundant instrument? It's different at every grade level. I have some years where I have like 5 flutes, and I'll have other years where I've got like 5 trombones. It just totally depends on the kids. And sometimes they join in droves. They want to be like, ooh, my friends did this. I want to do that. What's your main instrument? Main is trumpet, baritone, piano, voice. What's the worst mistake you've done? Behavior-wise, to an instrument in my whole life? I mean, you gotta specify. Yeah, voice, Pop-Tart Cat. That's the whole reason I went to college for music ed, was for voice. Choir, I thought I was gonna be a high school choir teacher. That was my goal, high school choir. And it turned out I was good at this and I liked it. And so I did both. And then I was like, oh, I'll go try out elementary school. It's like, oh, I really like that too. So I started doing all of them, and I got to my first job hiring. I was like, hey, which job is this for? You said it was just a music teacher. Which one am I get to do? Is it band? Is it choir? Is it elementary? And they were like, you're K-12, bud. Have fun. Yes, stop spamming. It's probably why you got banned from the TikTok chat, Blue VR. I don't remember your name, but that might have had something to do with it. You're the best saxophone player. Good. Put user in timeout for 1 minute. There you go, Blue VR. Just like you wanted. Anyway, I really like playing baritone. I think it's a great instrument. It's just solid. Don't put stuff on the timpani. Yes, I saw you, Dandy. That's enough. What advice you give me is beginning percussion. Go to Vic Firth's website and check it out. They've got so much of your stuff. Into the Storm. I haven't played Into the Storm. I played Storm, which was like that orchestra piece. I'm watching you, Mr. Knicl. See you at school. Oh, no! I know that one. That's a student. Uh-oh. Let's see. Play the French horn. Yeah, I like the French horn. It's pretty good. My trumpet valve is stuck down and the valve caps won't come off. I've talked to your band director. and see if they can get some of those unscrewed. Because sometimes if you can unscrew it, you can push it up from the bottom. You can get a little bit of penetrating oil and drop it down in there and let it sit for a while. And then maybe you can just kind of push it out. Don't go hitting it with a drumstick. I tried that and it worked, but it could really do some damage. They make special tubed like brass things that go straight into the tube and you can tap it out. It's great. But you have to have the exact size or it'll like explode. Your videos made me explore a new instrument? That's so cool. How many push-ups should I do, Jimmy? I used to do 150 every day till my wrist went out. This wrist is cooked. Do I know anyone in the Freeport area? Nope. You're flying on a Boeing 777 and you're watching me? Interesting. Beginner trombone. Slide faster. Tongue every note, but tongue it quietly. You play trombone. Any tips on learning tenor pitched bass clef? What? No. Has any student ever driven you crazy? I've had some students in like the younger grades that it's like they try to make an enemy out of me. It's like, I don't want to be your enemy. You're a child. Just treat me like a professional and I'll treat you like a student and we'll get along just fine. Do I live in the state? West Virginia. No, that's Mrs. Allen. I'm good at two, but trust me, I can play Seven Nation Army. I think everyone can. You're the Jimmy. Can I play the Great Locomotive Chase? I don't remember that off the top of my head. I played it once, but I can't audiate it right now. What's the most tragic thing that happened in your class? I've had a couple kids pass out and like fall down really hard. Had some instruments get snapped in half. That was kind of sad. You made me pick an instrument that was the trumpet. It turned out I was really good at it, and you got a silver trumpet. That's so cool, Micah. Oh, good question. How did I meet Mrs. Allen? I saw her videos, and my wife too. She's like, "There's this really cool band director. She's doing like the same kind of stuff you're doing. You two should, collaborate." And I was like, "Yeah, right. She's famous. There's no way." And so I was liking her videos, and she commented on something, so I commented back, and then it was like we started talking on TikTok DMs, and then after a while, I was like, we just had been talking for a couple of years. So we did some collaborations. And it's really nice. What's my opinion on the saxophone? I like it. It's one of my favorite woodwinds. Have I ever teached anyone famous? Not to my knowledge. I would not be surprised though if I have a couple kids that'll be like, "Hey, I'm famous now, and I remember my band teacher." You're just like Mrs. Allen, but different. Yeah, I'm the male equivalent. Play My Heart Will Go On. I could. That'd be fun. Do I have euphoniums? I have one in middle school and one in high school. Robert W. Smith, Furioso. I haven't played that one, but I like Robert W. Smith. He's great. You can't play high E on Barry sax. That's not my forte. Who do you think is better, Jimmy or Scott? I think it'd be funny if canonically Jimmy was a better player, but because he just can't get it together, Scott always wins. In real life, Scott was always like second trumpet in everything. Second best, second chair, marching band, concert band, college, always like the second place trumpet. So that would be really funny if Jimmy was just the littlest bits better at playing, but just couldn't get his life together. And I know students like that. They're really great kids, awesome to have in the group, and they just can't show up and they can't turn in things. And it's like, come on, you would be perfect if you just did your job. Your homework would be great if you just turned it in. You're the student composer that we saw in Mrs. Allen's live stream. Oh, that's so cool. I don't want money. I just want advertisement. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd be open to talking about that. It'd be kind of fun. I just don't have an ensemble that can perform at any level that you'd want to record and share, and so it doesn't really matter if I'm standing in front of them as the director. You still want an ensemble that sounds good. What's the easiest mainstream instrument? I mean, anybody can hit a drum, and just about anyone can make a sound on an alto saxophone. But playing either of those well is, I mean, it's insane what they can do. How big of an embouchure change is it switching from bari sax to trumpet? That's pretty big. Do we own a contrabass clarinet? No, we don't. Sorry, we only have a bass clarinet. And if I do have a contrabass, I will find it and I will play it. Let's see, you're playing Rampage? I haven't tried that one. I'm Batman. Does my school have orchestra? No, we don't have any string program. You have to go about an hour away to a city that's 5 times as big to get an orchestra program in our, like, there's nothing in our county. Wait, technically, there's one school in our county that has a tiny orchestra. But that's because they're like a private religious school. Hello, I'm Jade, and I'm wondering if you can try what? You said it. Someone who wants to major in music. You need to learn piano, you need to learn how to sing, and you need to be really good at your primary instrument. Then learn all your scales and go observe people teaching in class. Let's give Mr. Knicl some money. You don't need to do that. That's fine. I'm just happy you're here. Make sure you followed me, though. If you're watching, you should make sure you follow me, please. I'm almost to 67,000 followers on YouTube. And then I can do this. 67,000 followers. Dandy, you're bothering people because you keep spamming the chat. Put user in timeout. Sorry, Dandy. What county does Mrs. Allen school in? I mean, she's in the United States. That's the country. Let's see. What website would it be good to find baritone solo music? You should just go download a bass clef version of the Arbin book and play everything that a trumpet plays. It's so good. We need to get this man to 67K. Yeah. Please. Play a Star Spangled Banner, but then I'd have to take off my hat. You know why a bassoon is so obscure? Because it looks like a bedpost. So Mrs. Allen says. Do I have any tips for sight reading? I have so many tips for sight reading. I love sight reading. I'll have to make some videos about that. I've done a couple. Yes, get him to 6'7". Yep. He recently graduated high school. Would like to major in music, specifically in euphonium. Oh, that's so cool. How do I get a euphonium for a low cost? You might reach out to the college you're going to or university and see if they have one you could use. How many laps have you run back in the marching band? We didn't do laps. A couple times we did push-ups, but really it's just lots of marching. Favorite piece of music in each category? That's too much. Has anyone mispronounced my name? All the time, but you can pronounce it Knicl. It's like Ken-I-Zol. Someone's gonna screenshot that. They're gonna get me like doing the stink eye. My bad, sorry. Okay, thanks, Blue. All right, let's see. First chair regional band in 7th grade. Good job. You played Swearingen? I don't know how to say that, but I like its music. What's the best section in your band? The color guard. Honestly, they did really well this year. You're gonna be like, that doesn't count. Yeah, it counts. What is the most hyper-specific instrument one of your students play? I mean, a couple of them have tried piccolo sometimes. African bell carol. I haven't played that one. Do you think the saxophone is a freak of nature or of an instrument design? No, it was made after a lot of them. Adolf Sax was the guy that made the bass clarinet, and he's like, what if I made it with a brass body, something that's got the strength and power of like a trumpet, but all of the finesse of a woodwind? And it's a really cool instrument if you're good at it. What saxophone should you switch to? It's whatever you want. They're all different. You should try a couple. If I don't answer your question, I am unsubscribing. Okay. I don't like ultimatums. have I met Mrs. Allen? I'm going to in December. We're all getting together in Chicago. I'm super excited. Oh, let's see. Has your wife ever yelled at you for playing late at night? No, but my dogs bark at me. My dogs hate brass instruments. I don't know what the deal is. Smith Station Panther Spirit Marching Band. No, I haven't heard of them. I'm in Illinois. English horn. I don't have one. I'd love to have one. What time is it here? I'm in Central Time, so it's 8 o'clock. I have to leave. Goodbye. See you, Micah. 12th time asking for tips to make my trumpet sound higher. I mean, you're going to have to work on your long tones. If you can play the lower notes really well, the rest is going to sound better. Are you scared of your wife? Why would I be? She's awesome. Flute tips. I just want to learn the flute. It's not my best instrument. I mean, check your angle of how you're rolling. Rolling is a really great way to fix intonation quickly on the fly. And you can save your air if you're not using so much. I'm scared of your wife. Why? I don't understand. English horn, I told you I don't have one. How to practice your double tonguing on trombone? I mean, you have to say either to or do for the front half of it, and then a k or a k on the back. Tuku, 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 or duku, 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 like Star Wars. And then to keep the air flowing consistently the whole time. Do any of your students play trigger trombone? I found one, but I don't know about having a student play it. Do I play the alto saxophone? Yeah, I do. Does your band do a Memorial Day parade? No, we don't. Semi, hemi, demi, semi, hemi, demi quaver. It's not sensitive information. How old are you? How old do I look? Spam the chat. How old do I look, friends? let me hang on. Let me put on the retouch. There we go. I smoothed out my wrinkles. 28, 20, 23, 6, 7. All right, and cut off. The answer is I'm 30. Some of you guessed it right. I was born in the 1900s before they invented iPads. What's the difference between double tonguing and triple tonguing? It's the pattern of syllables. So if you're saying like tuku 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 versus tutuku 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 tutuku, it's a kind of weird thing. Like you can do versus like triple tonguing. And it's going to depend on using a duple pattern or a triple pattern. What's your main instrument? Trumpet or baritone, piano, voice, all of those. What's the most annoying time signature to play? I don't really know. I mean, like, cut time can be a little bit weird sometimes, but after you do it for a while, it's fine. Jimmy, I'm sorry, don't put me in the corner again. Then stop spamming the chat. Was it really 5 minutes already? Wow. Okay. You play snare drum. Can you get some tips? Go to the Vic Firth website and practice your rudiments. Get a practice pad for home. Get a good stick bag. And watch where your grip is on your sticks. Some people make a little marking for their thumb. I teach kindergarten through 12th grade night. Why would you need to double or triple tongue? Because single tonguing is not always fast enough. Like in the Arbin book, if you're playing the Carnival Venice, you have to go and like you have to be able to play that rhythm, and you can't single tongue that. It doesn't work. You can also get the meter. The it really fits into the style of the piece. Can we get a house tour? No. This is my basement. I got my gaming PC behind me with my triple monitor set up. I built my own PC. Play the banana boat with the instrument. Yeah, I do like. Who's saying I'm trying to get to 67,000 followers here? I'm really close. You said Banana Boat. Do you have a Jimmy in your bands? If so, what do they do? I have a lot of Jimmys. We're all Jimmy to some degree, right? We're all a little bit like that. Hey, Colin, please alto sax tonguing tips. I can't do it fast. Thank you for the super like. Um, it's tongue placement and airstream. If you are, right here, alto sax, you kind of have to be like right underneath, lightly. Like we've got sayings for brass players, like the tip of the tongue on the top of the teeth, and kind of like that for alto sax. But you're reaching underneath right here versus right there. You don't want to be like plugging the opening where the aperture would go. Can you play a C sharp major scale? Why? Why would you do that? Do I teach middle school or high school? Oh, yeah, I teach kindergarten through 12th grade. I teach everybody. My eyes are going cross-eyed trying to read these chats. Should I purchase a Fox Renard intermediate oboe or a Yamaha? I don't know. I don't know the difference. Why did I choose band? Okay, quit spamming. Why did I choose band? I didn't really have to choose. I did all of them. I did voice and band. And then by the time I was done, I had a double degree, and my first job was in kindergarten through 12th grade, everything. Make Scott go to the soprano sax. That'd be fun. Which saxophone did that kid choose in the short you made? Oh man, I made that cliffhanger and I never resolved it, did I? Darn. Kindergarten has a band? No, I teach elementary music to those kids. General elementary singing and games and note reading. Bash, thank you. Oh, sweet. Thank you, Bash. I appreciate it. Do I have a C trumpet in my band? No, but I'd love to borrow it if I could find one. That'd be fun. I have a plastic trumpet and a box Strad, a couple cornets. I will give you a clarinet squawk. You look like Felix from Stray Kids. I don't know the Stray Kids. Alto saxophone tips. I just gave some about tonguing on the alto saxophone. Double tonguing for percussion. What? What's your favorite horror movie? I just watched Cabin in the Woods for the first time. That was actually kind of fun. It was very different. Bro, my music teacher calls a piano and a mayonnaise a percussion instrument. Technically, yes. Quit spamming the chat. What is the most complicated key you've ever played in? The sharp keys are a little harder for me. Part of my practice is student composing and arranging. That's cool. Do I play bassoon? I don't like bassoon very much. Why did I choose trumpet? Because my brother and father and uncle and everybody else had played one, and I had an extra one at home. When you have an instrument at home, it's kind of nice to just not have to buy one. Pray for me, I got into regional orchestra. Good luck. What are you playing in orchestra? Can you do a stream as Jimmy? Make Scott and Jimmy play in the marching band? We did a couple of those. When do you think you'll hit 100K subs? I would be over the moon if I could within a year, but I think it'll take longer. It's incremental. Like the first 10,000 took so long, and then getting up to 50,000 again took like another 2 years of just constant grinding. But now that I'm there, it's going faster. So that's really cool. It's kind of like, hey, it's not fair. Once you're already famous, it's easier to get more famous. Yeah, it is. You already have all that exposure. Is it okay if I leave this stream? You don't need my permission. It's okay. Oh, let's see. I love watching you. I didn't know you were live. Yep, push that notification. Oh, excuse me. Baritone tips. Don't take off the bell. It really changes the intonation. Favorite brass instrument to play and hear. Hearing is different than playing. You know, I love listening to like a good French horn, baritone, trumpet, you know. Do I sing a lot? Every day, all day. It's a huge part of my job and it's a huge part of who I am. I direct a church choir. When you do band, you have to do marching band. Yeah, in the first semester. If you're going to be in high school band, you have to be in the marching band. In the first semester. Second semester's concert band. Can you play a sleigh ride on your baritone? Not right now. Music joke. Which composer is the best at biology? Purcell. Ha! That's funny. I wouldn't call him a band director. They didn't really have bands then. They had like orchestras. It's Baroque. Any tips if you're gonna be in pit? Watch the conductor. You got to be able to get your eyes up. Step back from the xylophone or whatever you're playing. What's your rarest instrument? I don't really know. I mean, I've got a C melody sax. Those are pretty cool. I know any shops that sell cheap instruments. I mean, I check Facebook Marketplace sometimes. Would you use guitar in band? We do. I can't play it, but we have guitar players who are pretty good. I saw your music joke. What is your favorite trumpet? I mean, I play B-flat trumpet. I've got a Bach Strad Model 37. What is one of the scariest things to lose? My mind. My patience. Drum set tips. Break it down. It's just like piano. You learn one part, you learn the other part, you put them together. Practice it slow. What are your thoughts on Amazon instruments? I avoid them. I do. If I'm a B-flat clarinet, do you think I could do B-flat contrabass? It really just depends on, are you able to do a good embouchure? The fingering's going to be the same. Thoughts on BOA? I think it's awesome if you can do it. Have I ever broken an instrument? I've had some bad things happen to instruments that I play, but I haven't really broken one. Like I left one on a chair and someone broke my lead pipe. So we got it resoldered. High note tips. Really need to focus on your airstream. Reduce the pressure. How many instruments can you play really well? I'm good at all the brass ones. Really good at saxophone. I've got a pretty good grasp on clarinet. I can play flute up to, you know, a 7th or 8th grade level. You know, some of the double reeds I need to work on. Percussions, I can read the rhythm really well, but playing it, I'm sure I'm doing a lot wrong. Dude, go.
I wanted palms.
See, oh, there we go. There's my comments. Can you play Defeating the Giant? I don't know that one. Can you play a D flat? I could, but that sounds boring. What does the thumb trigger do on French horn? It goes to the other side of tubing, so you can play it in the key of B flat instead of F. Kind of like trumpet, but like an octave higher. Are you at work or at your house? It's like 9 o'clock on a school night. I'm not going to work right now. That'd be too much. Do you like being Scott or Jimmy more? I like having fun. It is kind of fun. But I have fun following the rules too. It'd be cool to hear you sing someday. Maybe I'll have to do some singing content. Are you Sigma? Ooh, that word's cringe. That's not Skibbity. What are you Skibba doing over there, kids? Get out of here. Play La Cucaracha. Mechanical Monsters. Veggie Tales? Your hat looks like an icicle. Yeah, it's pretty silly. It can stand straight up too. You haven't practiced your clarinet in a week? Yeah, I don't practice every day. I don't practice every week sometimes. I play a lot in class, though. What key do you play in? I mean, any one that the music's written in. Lowest note you can play? I mean, the lowest one you can do realistically on here is low, like E concert, but you can do some things slower by faking it. Oh, hey guys, that's gonna be my time. I'm gonna have to get off here in a minute. I dare you to play Rhapsody in Blue. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream here. I want to say thank you, everybody, for playing, or for staying and watching. And make sure you followed me if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys later. I think Mrs. Allen and I are going to switch back and forth between who's live streaming. Oh, my voice is going too. So I'll catch you guys later.